Hey guys, as you know, if you are a Queen's Court viewer, there is a lot of drama going on and has been going on with Khia and TS Madison ever since the breakdown of the show with the failed Monique interview. So I'm not going to recap all of that. This video is for the Queen's Court viewers, so you already know what the deal is. I am making this video to talk about one particular piece of all of this drama. So, even though the Queen's Court is no more on Monday nights, or so it appears, because, this all still might be a publicity stunt. But let's go with what they're giving us. So, even though the Monday night shows are no more, the ladies are still doing their live dates that they're already committed to. And with the show that was recently held in D.C., the Impulse Washington LGBTQ organization posted a statement and dropped a video basically saying they're not fucking with Khia anymore because it came to their attention about her homophobic behavior and language, and they're going to do a better job in the future of making sure that they book acts who, actually support their community. And so TS Madison's manager also dropped a video talking a lot about all of the details, all of the drama, defending TS Madison and himself with everything that is going on. And he talked about Khia's homophobic language. And in his video, he said, well, let me just let you hear what he said firsthand.
The sissies and punks, keep the sissies and punks out your house situation and statement is not okay. And Madison had repeatedly spoken to this lady off camera about saying sissies and punks and all that. Okay, so regardless of what you guys want to say or not say, Madison has addressed the issue, because I've seen those comments as well. Okay, she has addressed those issues with her, and obviously that has happened because if you notice in later on shows, it turned into gazoos, ginger snaps, what are some of the other ones, blouse, and other things. So let's not make it seem like nobody has tried to handle the situation, because we have. Okay?
Yeah, so after hearing that, I don't even know if you guys automatically heard in that, if you're a viewer, someone who watches this show or watched it, and you heard what he just said, it struck me a certain kind of way, and I left an Instagram post on Sandy's 2 cents about how I interpreted what he just said. And so then the Scorpion Show actually used my post in their recent video. So let me just let you hear what the Scorpion Show had to say. And it starts out with them talking about the letter from Impulse Washington.
After learning about the homophobic and transphobic remarks made by Khia following an event that she was hired to host along with T.S. Madison, the board of directors for Impulse Week DC would like to issue our community a heartfelt apology. It is never our intention to give a platform to hatred, especially towards members of the community we are proud to serve. Now look, I'm gonna stop right there, but this is the thing. Y'all knew that this was Khia's stick before y'all even invited them to come out to DC. So I'm just gonna stop right there because there's nothing else to read. Y'all just seen the dollar signs, y'all seen that it was Maddie and Khia, and someone else sent me a letter. This person named is Sandy's 2 cents. Now I'm gonna read her what she wrote me. She said, if I had a white co-host and used derogatory terms towards black people and I checked him off screen, that's problem number 1. In response, my white co-host came up with code words for nigga, that's problem number 2. And I accepted this compromise, that's problem number 3. And I started sometimes using the code words too, problem number 4. While laughing with my white co-host, when I fall out with my white co-host, I cannot now condemn my co-host bigotry in order to get people on my side. I would have been a willing accomplice to hate against my own community. That's problem number 5. Until it no longer served me. Do you see how fucked that it is? T.S. Madison owes an apology to her own community. Now, I agree.
Look, it is no surprise. It is so disingenuous for TS Madison and her team, any LGBTQ organization who's scheduling acts, to act as if they were totally unaware of what the Queen's Court brought with it. The Queen's Court came with T.S. Madison, a trans woman, and Khia, a rapper, a rapper who is very raw and extreme and will say anything she wants. And just like the manager you just heard say for T.S. Madison, she's been problematic as far as making homophobic slurs towards their community. I mean, it didn't just start. Like when he says Maddie will pull her to the side, off camera. And then she just came up with code words she could use instead of punk, faggot, and sissy. Hey, for real now, for real. So it didn't just start. She's been that way for a long time. A lot of people in the LGBTQ community appear to be accepting her. It's kind of confusing to those of us that are not in the community because it's like, why? Don't understand it. Back to the point. It is disingenuous for T.S. Madison and her team and any LGBTQ organization to pile on at this point because of the drama between Madison and Khia and act as if they just discovered that Khia is homophobic. Now that is straight up bullshit. And here's another example of now in the midst of all the drama, here Khia goes.
Now I had kind of mended the trans community, the gay community, because a lot of my thugs and like I said, my conscious brothers was like, why are you fucking with these people? They're not right, they're not conscious, they're not living. They're taking it in the ass. The ass is connected to the spine is connected to the brain. They all brainwashed. They're doing it, they're doing that. You queen, why? And I'm like, it's murder.
Wow. So it is clear, crystal clear, as it was before the drama, that for Khia and her engagement with the LGBTQ community, really at the end of the day, it is about work and that check. So my question is, if that community now is done with Khia, or some of it, because clearly not all of that community has turned against Khia, apparently, or so it would appear based on what you see on social media. But if a lot of people in the community are only now turning against Khia because of the drama between her and Madison, my question would simply be, then what is the request of Madison? I mean, what is the request? Is that community so defensive of the person who belongs to their community, or so anti-Khia that they have no accountability questions or expectations for T.S. Madison at all? Because that's what it looks like. And I think T.S. Madison, from what I can see from her videos and interviews and stuff like that, she really seems like a really nice person, a kind-hearted person, a big-hearted person. But even with all of that being said, if I were a part of that community, I would need her to say something. Especially with the whole, but we're going to use code words and all that bullshit, I would need her to say something. It's just like when Steve Harvey met with Donald Trump. Whether you love Steve Harvey before he did that or not, when he did that, for a lot of us in the black community, that meant something. And if you want redemption, Steve Harvey, what you ain't going to do is get on your show every morning crying about how dare the black community betray you. And he's done so much for the community and blah, 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 blah. No, bruh. That was betrayal of the community. So where he needed to start, okay, is I fucked up, I'm sorry, and I'm going to do better. And then perhaps we could move forward from there. You know what I'm saying? So it seems as that there should be some kind of similar type accountability expectation from the LGBTQ community for TS Madison. Very interested to know what your thoughts are. Please drop your comments below. As always, thank you for allowing me to have my 2 cents. And until the next video, bye.